Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another exciting edition of Bees Cast. And this is our 4th episode. We're dropping episodes every Tuesday on YouTube and all the audio podcast platforms. And before we get underway, I'm just so excited to announce that the Oakland Ballers have surpassed $2 million raised across the first and second community investment round. That's huge. $2 million from over 2,500 investors. The fans started the party, then the celebrities jumped in after, and that's what we're here to celebrate today. One of our biggest and best and most interesting celebrity investors, Blair Underwood, will be here to talk about everything that he's doing and why he's excited to be a part of the Oakland Ballers. But before we get to that, I just want to say opening day is coming very quickly, May 20th. It is going to be sold out. Get your tickets while you still have a chance. And then on May 22nd, Too Short himself, another one of our celebrity investors, is going to be in the house. That's right, Too Short in the house at Raimondi Park, May 22nd. Get ready to blow the whistle. And without further ado, let's jump into our interview right now. Okay, here on Bees Cast, this is great. I'm joined by producer, actor, director, star of stage and screen, author, social impact ambassador, Blair Underwood. Blair, there's so many hyphens there, man. Did I miss anything?
I think you got them all, man. I think you got them all. One of my boys called me Slash. It's like this Slash, this Slash, this Slash.
You know what I forgot? I forgot the most obvious one. Ballers owner.
Ballers owner. That's the best
There we
one.
go.
That's the best.
Yeah, I started listing them all off. The obvious one was Ballers owner. I mean, you're rocking the lid and everything. That thing looks great on you, by the way.
Thanks, man.
All right, so let's just jump into this here because obviously we could talk forever. I could go down your entire bio and there's lengths and lengths that we could get into, but let's stick to this one thing because we're on Bees Cast right now. Like, how did you first get in touch with the Oakland Ballers? I know you've come and you checked out the ballpark ahead of becoming an owner. What led you to this and kind of what are your first impressions?
Well, I'll tell you, I've done a lot of work over the years up in Oakland. A gentleman by the name of Gary Reeves is my business partner. He lives in the Bay Area, so a lot of ideas. And, as you know, with business, it's all about kind of who you know. It's relationships, relationship oriented. So we've done work over the years with George Zimmer and Men's Warehouse initially, K&G under the Men's Warehouse umbrella, Alameda Foster Care, a lot of different ones. And now we're doing work with Room to Read. So I find over the years, I've been continuously drawn back to Oakland, and I have a love and affection for the city of Oakland, the people of Oakland. I have family that lives up there also. So it's always a good chance to visit when I go up there. And so it's through Gary, really, who brought the idea of the Oakland Ballers to me, kind of introduced me to the Oakland Ballers. And I was blown away primarily because of the whole connection between the team, the ownership, and the community and the fan base. I learned recently, actually, Casey, you told me that I guess when the A's were there, that the owner didn't even really do interviews at all. So the idea, the whole business model of the Oakland Ballers turns it all on its head. That the fans have a say in the team, the community has a say in the team. And there's one piece, I think it was CBS, I don't remember exactly, some newscast I saw on last year's opening day, and there's a hot dog vendor in the piece, and he said something about it. He said, listen, man, with the Raiders leaving us and, just with the Warriors leaving us, now the A's leaving us, he said, Oakland deserves a place where we can shout, let's go Oakland. And really, to me, that sums it all up. When I mentioned those three major professional sports teams, franchises that have left Oakland, that does something to you. I think when people leave you, I mean, you can put it make it analogous to a personal relationship. And then talking to a lot of friends up there and talking to Paul and Brian, the founders of the Ballers, they do take it somewhat personally. So let's and what I love about these guys is that they decided to take it upon themselves to say, let's kind of rewrite our narrative and create this team, the Oakland Ballers. So for me, it was exciting to be a part of that. The whole community aspect of it, the whole team think of this baseball team. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, and I could take this a bunch of different ways because, shout out Gary Reeves, great guy. I've gotten to know him a bit too. We talk on the phone a lot. Awesome idea, man. One of the best of all time. He's always got a bunch of great ideas. I think the guy you're talking about in the CBS story is probably Hal, the hot dog vendor. And he's famous for his loud, boisterous chants. And he taught our new hot dog vendor, Mike Davey, how to do the same thing. But, the connection that you have, to me, it's like, at A's games, no one chanted "Let's go A's." It was always "Let's go Oakland." And so to be able to continue to keep those chants going in Oakland for baseball fans is so big. And what I think is cool is, 2,200 fan investors signed up in the first round. Now we have celebrities like you jumping in the mix. So, just to be a part of the community and follow in the footsteps of some of these fans as we go fan first here, how heartening is that for you?
No, it's very heartening. And you got, of course, Billy Joe Armstrong and Too Short. So, I'm glad to be a part of that whole group. But that's kind of what, we're at a place right now, I think, after the pandemic where people need, the one word I hear more than anything when it comes to commerce and community is experience. People want to have something experiential. They want to, a couple years past getting out of the house, but still, even prior to that, movie theaters, their ticket sales were going down. Once people started getting their own large screens, surround sound. So in order to get people out of their house to get to the theaters, you got to make it experiential. Sports. The only thing that gets good ratings nowadays is live events, live sporting events or live award shows. People want something live. They want something tangible. And if you can get out of the house and get there to that ballpark, it's even the better.
Yeah, and someone like you too, a social impact ambassador, when you look at, all the different things that divide us right now, there's tons of that, but to be able to come together, be in a ballpark together, all cheer for the same thing. I mean, how cool is that?
Dude, sports and athletics is the only thing that really bonds us as people. And you can kind of put your politics, any racial dynamics out the window, and just let's root for our team. And it's one of the things I love most about sports, man. I played football for 8 years in Little League football. And that was my game. And I tried to play baseball, man. But for me, I played football for so long. You throw a football and it rolls off your fingers. I tried to play baseball and it kept rolling off my finger. I'm aiming at you and it ended up way over there somewhere. So I got cut from the baseball team, but I always, had love for the game. It is what it is.
But you played Jackie Robinson in a movie, so you obviously are a really good actor. You're able to fake that, right?
Well, I can bat and I can run. But those throws, they'd see me throw, you never saw where it ended up. Never saw where it landed.
That's funny, man. Let's go back to Ramondi. So when you first walked in there, I mean, it's really cool that to be able to take a historic ballpark somewhere like Frank Robinson, Vada Pinson, Curt Flood played baseball there, and now this new stadium's kind of bubbling up where there was a field that was unplayable by Little Leaguers before. To be able to kind of take a look at that and just see how quickly it progressed into what it is right now. Just what were some of your first impressions stepping foot at Ramondi Park, a baseball field with a ton of history?
Yeah, I think they built that thing in 6 weeks. My first thought is one of my favorite movies, Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah,
built it, and they will, and they have come and continue to come. No, but again, all that is about revitalization. All that is about infusing new energy, new positive energy, future, thought-provoking, forward-thinking energy and finances, because it takes finances to do all this. It just makes it more authentic. It makes the roots run deep, and it uplifts your spirit, man. It uplifts the community. So you start with the field, you build the field. I remember talking to Paul Friedman, the founder, one of the founders of Ballers. They were saying, I hope you build it and they will come. But just the success of the first year was amazing. It was like 100,000 fans the first year. I think the team reclaimed 30% of the fan base of the Oakland A's and growing now this year. So it's all very exciting stuff, but it works because it's authentic. It works because it reaches to people's souls, their hearts, their dreams, their hopes, their aspirations, and that need of community to come together and cheer for your own.
Yeah, speaking of community, this community here in Oakland, I know you're working with New Oakland initiatives and you're doing a lot of different things in the community. So maybe could you tout just some of the stuff that you're working on out here in Oakland? Because obviously there's a lot of great work that's taking place here. It extends far beyond the game of baseball.
Yeah, There is that. I don't know if I can say too much about the new Oakland initiative because a lot of it is in the works and the plans. But my objective is to bring a lot of resources to bear, whether it's finances, whether it's relationships with people with financing. Most of the work that Gary and I have done is under the philanthropic umbrella. So a lot of the work are ways to, you can do well by doing good. You can do good for people and people's plural. And do well, but a lot of it is just not even looking for that return necessarily. It's just about kind of paying it forward.
Yeah, and I think one fun thing about Ballers games too, this year, it's going to be that, we first learned of Billy Joe Armstrong and got in touch with him just because he happened to show up to a game. Too Short will be at games. Blair Underwood will be at games. You never know who you're getting into. And we want this to be like it's a block party and a baseball game broke out. So
that's a great way to put it. It's a block party. Even I know the neighbors around the field are excited about it. I know they kind of help out a lot around the field and whether it's cleaning up or whatever else. That's very cool. I would tell you this, it's not necessarily officially under the Oakland initiative, but I just became the voice of Lexus across all markets. I've done the voice like the last 8 years of the multicultural or black market, if you will. But just signed on to be the voice across all markets. And I'm in conversation with them now because I would love for them to invest, whether it's in, maybe the renaming of Ramadi Park or just sponsor the team somehow. So kind of ahead of the game, but I'm saying that anyway. I'll put that out there.
That's huge news. That's great news. And I know this firsthand that the Lexus dealership in Oakland is one of the most profitable in the state. So I hope that they're really excited about everything going on. We're really excited to hear that news because that's great for you. And again, you just add it and just keep adding those slashes and hyphens, and we'll keep rolling with you.
Yeah, right. Slash.
All right, Blair Underwood, thank you so much for joining us on Beescast.
Casey, I appreciate you, brother.
There you have it, Ballers owner Blair Underwood doing big things. That Lexus news is huge. You heard that right here first on Beescast. And let me just tell you a little story. One time, back when he was the 49ers starting quarterback, I did a one-on-one interview with Jimmy Garoppolo. I have not felt less handsome since that day until today when I had to share a screen with Blair Underwood. Man, hopefully you weren't looking at my face during that interview at all. But yeah, if you are listening, thank you so much. This is going to be a fun thing that we're going to do for you every single Tuesday. Don't forget, like, subscribe, give us 5 stars, do all the things you need to do on the audio platforms and the video platform at YouTube. We're going to be all over the place throughout the season, bringing you access you can only get here on Beescast. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we can't wait to continue dropping these episodes just for you guys.